Listen up. If you want to stay motivated, you got to make a decision today. Are you going to be average or are you going to be great? Because motivation ain't something you wait for, it's something you create. It's time to stop making excuses and start making progress. Your why has to be bigger than your obstacles. That means when life throws challenges at you, when things don't go as planned, when the pain, struggle, and difficulty hit, your why has to be strong enough to keep you pushing forward. See, most people fail not because they aren't talented, not because they don't have opportunities, but because they don't have a strong enough reason to keep going when things get tough. If your why is weak, the first sign of struggle will make you quit. The first setback will make you question yourself. The first rejection will make you turn back. But when you have a powerful why, there is no quitting. There is no giving up. There is no stopping. You have to understand that success is never going to be easy. It's never going to be handed to you. If you want something bad enough, you have to be willing to fight for it. That's why your why is so important. It has to be something deep, something personal, something that means everything to you. It can't be some shallow reason like I want to make money or I want to be famous. That won't last. Money and fame don't push you when you're exhausted. They don't wake you up at 4 a.m. when the world is still sleeping. They don't make you keep working when you feel like you have nothing left to give. Your why has to be something that sets your soul on fire. Think about the people who depend on you. Think about your family. Think about your future. Think about the sacrifices your parents made, the struggles you've been through, the pain you felt. Let that fuel you. Let that be the reason you refuse to quit. Because when your why is strong enough, you won't make excuses. You won't procrastinate. You won't let distractions pull you away from your destiny. When your why is strong, you will find a way. Even when the odds are stacked against you. People ask me all the time, how do you stay motivated? And I tell them, I don't stay motivated, I stay committed. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling unstoppable. Other days you'll feel like you can't even get out of bed. That's when your why has to take over. That's when you have to remind yourself why you started in the first place. That's when you have to look yourself in the mirror and say, I can't stop now. Let me tell you a story. There was a young man who came to a wise mentor and said, I want success as badly as I want to breathe. The mentor took him to the ocean and told him to walk into the water. When the young man was deep enough, the mentor pushed his head under the water and held him there. The young man struggled, fought, and finally the mentor let him up. Gasping for air, the young man shouted, why did you do that? The mentor said, when you want success as badly as you want it to breathe, then you will find a way. That's what your why should feel like. You should want success like you want air. You should want it like it's the only thing that matters, because when you reach that level of hunger, nothing can stop you. It won't matter how many times you fail. It won't matter how long it takes. It won't matter how many obstacles are in your way. You will keep going because you know why you started. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they lack determination. They fail because their why isn't strong enough. They fail because the moment things get hard, they let fear, doubt, and excuses take over. But the people who succeed, they are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who push through when everyone else gives up. They are the ones who find a way when it seems like there is no way. So ask yourself, what is your why? What is that one thing that will keep you going when you feel like giving up? What is that one thing that will push you when you have nothing left? If you don't know, find it. Because if your why is strong enough, nothing can stop you. Not fear, not failure, not pain, nothing. When your why is powerful, you become you can't afford to waste another day hitting the snooze button. Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can either stay in bed and dream or wake up and chase those dreams. Too many people wait for the right time to start chasing success. But let me tell you something. There is no perfect time. There is only now. Every second you spend hesitating, every minute you waste procrastinating is a moment you will never get back. Champions don't waste time. They wake up with purpose. They wake up ready to attack the day. They wake up knowing that every day is another opportunity to get closer to their goals. Think about the most successful people in the world, athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders. Do you think they wake up late? Do you think they hit snooze 5 times before rolling out of bed? No. They wake up before the sun rises because they understand that success is earned in the hours when everyone else is sleeping. They don't waste time scrolling through social media first thing in the morning. They don't waste time complaining about how tired they are. They get up and they get to work. Because that's what separates winners from the rest. You have to understand that every day is a gift. Time is the one thing you can never get back. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. That's why you have to use every single day wisely. You can't afford to be lazy. You can't afford to put things off until tomorrow. Tomorrow is not promised. You have to live every day like it's your last, because one day it will be. So what are you doing with your time? Are you waking up with a plan, with a purpose, with a drive to be better than you were yesterday? Or are you just going through the motions, waiting for life to hand you success? Because if you're waiting, you're going to be waiting forever. Some people say they want success, but their actions don't match their words. They say they want to be great, but they wake up late. They skip their workouts. They waste hours watching TV, and then they wonder why they're not seeing results. Let me tell you something. Success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who hustle. It comes to those who wake up with fire in their hearts and refuse to waste a single second. If you want something bad enough, you have to be willing to do what most people won't. You have to be willing to make sacrifices. You have to be willing to push yourself beyond what's comfortable. It's not going to be easy. There will be days when you don't feel like getting out of bed. There will be mornings when you just want to hit snooze and sleep a little longer. But that's the moment when you have to remind yourself why you started. That's the moment when you have to remember that your competition is already up, already working, already grinding. If you want to be the best, you have to outwork everyone else. And that starts the moment you wake up. You have to develop a mindset of discipline. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what will carry you through the tough days. When you wake up, you have to tell yourself, no excuses, no wasted time, no distractions. You have to have a plan for your day. Don't just wake up and see what happens. Wake up and take control. Set goals, make a schedule, prioritize what matters, because if you don't control your day will control you. And let me tell you something else. How you start your morning sets the tone for your entire day. If you wake up late, if you wake up unmotivated, if you wake up without a plan, the rest of your day will follow that pattern. But if you wake up early, if you wake up with purpose, if you wake up ready to dominate, you will set yourself up for success. That's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's discipline. It's consistency. It's waking up every single day and doing what needs to be done no matter how you feel. So ask yourself, how are you spending your discipline? Discipline is the key to everything. Motivation is great, but it comes and goes. You won't always feel like getting up early, working hard, or putting in the extra effort. That's what discipline steps in. Discipline is what carries you through the days when you don't feel like it. It's what separates those who succeed from those who quit. The people who make it to the top are not the ones who rely on motivation. They are the ones who have built unshakable habits that push them forward no matter how they feel. You have to understand that success is not about how you feel in the moment. It's about what you do consistently. The problem is that too many people only put in the effort when they feel like it. But winners, they show up no matter what. They train when they're tired. They work when they don't want to. They push through discomfort because they know that discipline, not motivation, is what leads to greatness. Think about the greatest athletes in the world. Do you think they wake up every morning excited to train? Do you think they always feel like following their strict diet, pushing their limits and going the extra mile? No, but they do it anyway. They have built a system, a routine, a mindset that does not allow them to skip workouts just because they don't feel like it. That's the difference between amateurs and professionals. Amateurs wait until they feel inspired. Professionals do the work even when they don't. Your goals don't care how you feel. The work that needs to be done doesn't care if you're tired. The deadlines don't care if you're having a bad day. This world rewards discipline, not excuses. If you want to be great, you have to build habits that take the decision-making out of the process. You can't wake up every day debating whether or not you should work on your dream. It has to be automatic. You have to create a system where your success is inevitable because you are so disciplined that quitting isn't even an option. Most people fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack consistency. They start strong, but the moment they face resistance, they back off. They get excited about their goals for a week, maybe a month, but then life happens, distractions come, and they fall back into their old habits. That's why discipline is so important. It keeps you on track even when life gets tough. It ensures that no matter what obstacles come your way, you will keep moving forward. If you only work when you feel like it, you will never achieve anything significant. The real test is what you do on the days when you don't have the energy, when you don't see progress, when you feel like giving up. That's when discipline kicks in. That's when you separate yourself from the rest of the world. That's when you prove to yourself that you are built for success. Think about it. If you want to get in shape, it's not about going to the gym once in a while when you're feeling motivated. It's about showing up consistently day after day, even when you're exhausted, even when it's raining, even when you don't see immediate results. If you want to build a business, it's not about working hard for a few weeks and then taking it easy. It's about grinding every single day, making sacrifices and staying committed no matter what. That's what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. You have to develop the mindset that quitting is not an option, that skipping a day is not an option, that making excuses is not an option. You have to commit to your dream like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are building a future for yourself. Every time you push through resistance, you are proving to yourself that you can handle whatever life throws at you. It's not about perfection. You will make mistakes. You will have setbacks. But what matters is that you keep going. What matters is that you get back on track immediately without hesitation. Winners don't dwell on failures. They adjust, they learn, and they keep moving forward. They don't wait for the right time or the perfect conditions. They take action now, today, in this moment. So stop waiting to feel motivated. Stop making excuses. Stop letting your emotions dictate your actions. Decide today that you will be disciplined, that you will show up, that you will do what needs to be done no matter how you feel. Because when you develop that level of discipline, success is no longer, pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Every struggle, every challenge, every obstacle you face is an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to prove to yourself that you have what it takes. Too many people give up the moment things get tough. They let pain dictate their actions. They let discomfort convince them that their dreams are not worth the effort. But let me tell you something. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is your greatest teacher. Pain is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. The ones who make it to the top are not the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who kept going despite the struggle. You have to understand that nothing great comes without sacrifice. Success demands that you push beyond your limits. It demands that you endure hardship, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But here's the truth. Every single time you push through the pain, you get stronger. Every single time you refuse to quit, you build resilience. Every single time you tell yourself, one more rep, one more hour, one more day, you are creating the version of yourself that is capable of achieving greatness. Think about the times in your life when you wanted to give up, but didn't. What happened? You survived. You made it through. You became stronger. That's what pain does. It builds character. It sharpens your focus. It forges the mindset of a winner. The problem is that too many people see pain as a reason to stop instead of a reason to keep going. They feel the burn in their muscles and quit the workout. They face rejection and never try again. They hit a roadblock and turn around instead of finding another way. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. You can either let pain break you or you can let it fuel you. You can either let setbacks define you or you can let them refine you. Every champion, every leader, every successful person you admire has been through pain. They have failed, they have struggled, they have fallen more times than they can count. The difference is that they never let pain stop them. They used it, they learned from it, they embraced it as part of the journey. The moment you start seeing pain as a tool instead of a limitation, everything changes. You stop running from discomfort. You stop making excuses. You stop looking for the easy way out. Instead, you embrace the grind. You understand that every drop of sweat, every late night, every early morning, every sacrifice is a step closer to your dream. You realize that pain is temporary, but the rewards of persistence are forever. Think about an athlete training for a championship. They wake up before the sun rises. They push their bodies to the limit. They endure the soreness, the exhaustion, the moments when their mind tells them to stop. But they keep going. Why? Because they know that pain is part of the process. They know that on the other side of that pain is victory. They understand that the only way to achieve their goal is to embrace the struggle, to welcome the discomfort, to refuse to quit. Most people will never reach their full potential because they avoid pain at all costs. They want success, but they don't want to go through the process. They want the reward, but they don't want the sacrifice. That's why so many people settle for mediocrity. They choose comfort over growth. They choose ease over excellence. But those who achieve greatness, they choose the pain of discipline over the pain of regret. There will be days when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when your mind tries to convince you that it's not worth it. But in those moments, you have a choice. You can either listen to the voice that says stop, or you can push forward and prove to yourself that you are stronger than your excuses. You can either give in to temporary discomfort, or you can keep going and experience the pride of knowing that you refuse to quit. Pain is the price of success. It's the price of growth. It's the price of becoming the best version of yourself. But here's the good news. It's temporary. The pain of hard work, the pain of sacrifice, the pain of discipline will eventually fade. But the rewards, the success, the confidence, the sense of accomplishment, those last forever. So the next time you feel pain, don't see it as a reason to stop. See it as proof that you are growing. See it as evidence that you are on the right path. See it as a sign that you are becoming the person you are meant to be. Because pain is not a punishment. It's a privilege. It means you are doing something that matters. It means you are pushing past your limits. It means you are on your way to greatness. Keep going. Don't stop. The struggle is worth it. Success is not about luck, talent, or intelligence alone. It's about persistence. It's about the ability to keep pushing forward even when everything seems to be working against you. The road to success is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But the difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is simple. The ones who succeed refuse to quit. They understand that failure is not the end, but just a stepping stone on a journey to greatness. Too many people give up too soon. They start with excitement and energy, but the moment things get tough, they start doubting themselves. They face rejection and they let it define them. They experience a setback and they take it as a sign that they should stop trying. But that's not how success works. Success belongs to those who keep going, even when everything inside them tells them to quit. It belongs to those who see failure not as a reason to stop, but as a lesson to learn and grow. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before he invented the light bulb. Walt Disney was told he lacked creativity. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, but did they let failure stop them? No, they used it as fuel. They understood that persistence is the key to breaking through limitations. They knew that every setback was just another step closer to success. The truth is, most people don't fail because they lack ability. They fail because they lack persistence. They give up too soon. They stop trying after one rejection. They lose faith after one bad experience. But success is not about winning every battle. It's about staying in the fight until you win the war. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to get everything right the first time. What you need is a determination to keep going no matter what. Every time you feel like quitting, remind yourself why you started. Think about the dreams you have, the goals you set, the life you want to build. Success is not going to come easy. If it did, everyone would have it. The challenges, the failures, the moments of doubt, they are all part of the process. They are there to test you, to see how badly you really want it. Because if you are willing to push through the pain, if you are willing to keep moving forward, even when it feels impossible, then success will come. There will be days when you don't see progress. There will be times when everything seems to be going wrong. But persistence means showing up anyway. It means putting in the work even when you don't feel like it. It means refusing to let temporary setbacks define your future. It's easy to be motivated when things are going well, but true success is built in the moments when you feel like quitting and choose to keep going instead. Think of it like climbing a mountain. The higher you go, the harder it gets. The air gets thinner. Your legs get weaker. Your body begs you to stop. But if you turn around and go back down, you will never see the view from the top. The only way to reach the summit is to keep taking one step after another, no matter how difficult it becomes. That's what persistence is. It's the willingness to keep climbing even when every part of you wants to stop. People often ask, how do I stay motivated? The answer is simple. You don't rely on motivation. Motivation fades. Some days you wake up feeling inspired, and other days you'll feel completely drained. That's why you need persistence. Because persistence doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It keeps going no matter what. If you look at the most successful people in any field, you'll notice one common trait. They never stopped trying. They didn't let failure break them. They didn't let setbacks make them quit. They kept moving forward even when it seemed impossible. That's the mindset you need to adopt. No matter how many times you fall, you get back up. No matter how many times you fail, you try again. No matter how hard it gets, you refuse to give up. Your dreams are worth the struggle. The life you want is worth the sacrifices. The goals you set are worth every ounce of effort you put in. But you will never reach them if you quit too soon. Keep pushing, keep grinding. Keep believing, because persistence is what turns dreams into reality. Surrounding yourself with the right people is one of the most important decisions you will ever make. The people you allow into your life influence your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your success. If you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, and laziness, it will seep into your own life. If you surround yourself with ambition, discipline, and positivity, you will rise to that level. You become like the people you spend the most time with, whether you realize it or not. Too many people fail not because they lack talent or effort, but because they allow the wrong influences to pull them down. They surround themselves with people who make excuses, who settle for less, who don't believe in their dreams. And over time, they start to adopt that same mentality. They start to think small. They start to doubt themselves. They stop pushing forward because the people around them have convinced them that success is out of reach. But the truth is, success is not out of reach. It just requires the right environment. If you want to be successful, you need to surround yourself with people who push you to be better. You need to be around those who challenge you, who inspire you, who refuse to let you settle for anything less than your full potential. The right people will hold you accountable. They will remind you of your goals when you feel like giving up. They will push you forward when you start to slow down. They won't let you make excuses. Think about a high-performance sports team. Every player on that team is there to win. They train hard. They push each other. They demand excellence. If one player slacks off, the others call them out. If someone loses focus, the team reminds them why they're there. That's the kind of environment you need in your own life. You need people who are striving for greatness because their energy will push you to do the same. Look at the people around you right now. Are they lifting you up or are they holding you back? Are they encouraging your dreams or are they feeding your doubts? Are they pushing you towards success or are they pulling you toward mediocrity? These are hard questions, but they're necessary. Because the reality is you cannot afford to let the wrong people influence your future. If you find yourself surrounded by negativity, you need to make a change. You need to distance yourself from people who don't support your vision. It doesn't mean you have to cut everyone off completely, but you do need to be mindful of who you give your time and energy to. Your time is valuable. Your energy is valuable. Don't waste it on people who don't add value to your life. Find mentors, friends, and colleagues who are where you want to be. Seek out those who have achieved what you are striving for. Learn from them. Let their mindset, their discipline, and their work ethic rub off on you. Success leaves clues, and if you surround yourself with successful people, you will start to pick up on the habits and strategies that got them there. One of the best ways to grow is to be the least successful person in your circle. If you are always the smartest, hardest working, most motivated person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You need to be around people who force you to level up, who make you uncomfortable because they are operating at a higher level than you. That discomfort is where growth happens. There will be times when distancing yourself from certain people is difficult. Maybe they are old friends. Maybe they are family members. But you have to ask yourself, what is more important? Keeping everyone happy or reaching your full potential? If someone is constantly bringing negativity into your life, if they are holding you back instead of pushing you forward, then you owe it to yourself to set boundaries. The right people will celebrate your wins. They won't be jealous of your success. They will be inspired by it. They won't discourage you from chasing your dreams. They will remind you that you are capable of achieving them. They won't let you settle for a life that is less than what you deserve. If you want to be great, you need to surround yourself with greatness. You need to be intentional about who you let into your life, because your environment shapes you. Your circle determines your mindset. And if you want to achieve the highest level of success, you need to make sure that the people around you are helping you get there. Discipline is the bridge between goals and achievement. It is the one thing that separates those who dream from those who accomplish. Talent can get you started. Motivation can give you a push, but without discipline, success is impossible. Discipline is what keeps you going when the excitement fades, when the results are slow, and when the journey gets tough. It is what makes you wake up early, put in the work, and stay committed even when you don't feel like it. Too many people rely on motivation alone. They get excited about their goals, they start strong, but the moment things get hard, they lose momentum. The truth is, motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. Some days you'll wake up feeling inspired, ready to take on the world. Other days you'll feel exhausted, unmotivated, and tempted to take it easy. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't wait for the right moment. It demands consistency. Think about the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders. What do they all have in common? They don't just work when they feel like it. They work every day. They train even when they're tired. They show up even when they don't see immediate results. They follow a routine, they stay focused, and they don't allow distractions to pull them away from their goals. That is discipline. Success is not about working hard for a few days or weeks. It's about staying committed for months and years. It's about making progress every single day, even if it's just a small step forward. The most successful people understand that consistency beats intensity. It's better to show up every day and put in steady effort than to go all out for a short time and then burn out. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't want to do it. It means waking up early to work on your goals instead of sleeping in. It means going to the gym even when you don't feel like working out. It means staying focused on your task instead of getting distracted by social media. It means making sacrifices today for the life you want tomorrow. Your habits shape your future. Every decision you make, no matter how small, is either bringing you closer to your goals or pushing you further away. When you choose discipline, you are choosing progress. You are choosing to take control of your life instead of letting circumstances dictate your success. Think about someone who is trying to get in shape. If they only go to the gym when they feel motivated, they will never see real results. But if they commit to a schedule, if they show up every day and put in the work no matter how they feel, they will eventually transform their body. The same principle applies to everything in life. Whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or achieving financial freedom, consistency and discipline will get you there. There will be days when your mind tells you to take a break, to skip the hard work, to push your goals to tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week turns into next month, and before you know it, another year has passed without progress. You have to silence that voice. You have to remind yourself why you started. You have to push through the resistance. Discipline is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. You will have bad days. You will make mistakes. You will feel tired. But what matters is that you don't let those moments define you. What matters is that you get back on track, that you keep moving forward, that you never lose sight of your goals. The most successful people in the world are not the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. They're the ones who refuse to quit. They're the ones who stay disciplined when others give up. They are the ones who put in the work every single day, even when no one is watching. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be disciplined. You just need to stay consistent. You just need to keep showing up, because discipline is the key that unlocks every door to success.